Hi guys, welcome back to the Pink Envelope. I'm super excited to do something different with you guys today. We are gonna do a front porch fall decorate with me. I wanna take you guys along to get my front porch ready for fall. I wanna show you how I made the wreath that is on my door for only $19, as well as some of the cool finds I've found while building this out. So, let's go build a wreath. Okay, so I want to make a wreath for my front door. I bought this from At Home for $19.99. I liked the back of it, so that brown back, and I like these purple things, but I don't really like this brown grass stuff. So I also was trying to make sure I grabbed a wreath that it's really easy to pull the picks out, and this one is. So I want to keep the purpley things, not whatever the heck those are. So I want to take this wreath apart. If you go and just buy the base, you're gonna pay the same amount, or honestly, maybe even a little bit more. So if you're willing to do a little bit of work to dissect it, you can get bonus stems in the dill, which is always a lot of fun. Sometimes I use them on the same wreath and other times I don't. I will transfer them to a different one. But let's strip this guy down. Spiders are crawling out of this thing. So once we have it stripped down, it has that organic base, which is what I wanted, but the hook and stuff is already built in for me. So now to put your hook up top, I have to do it that way or I'll start designing all crazy. I don't like these. These are too papery looking to me. Maybe I can do something else with them. Actually, when I saw these, I thought these would be so cute on a scarecrow. Like if I decided to make a scarecrow, these could be its hands and stuff. So I'm gonna set these aside for a later design. But for now, I know for a fact I want the purple. I know for a fact I also don't want to spend any more money. $19.99 is about as much as I want to spend on a front door wreath. So I went street side, highway side shopping. I just pulled over on a Texas highway. This is between Houston and San Antonio. And I am cutting down grasses. This particular grass you're seeing me cut here is called giant reed. I call it Pampas grass of Texas. It's like our own little version of it. It is a viral weed or viral ornamental grass that grows everywhere. So it's not one of those things that if you stop and you cut it down, you're gonna end up getting in trouble because you're cutting down something that's important. It's literally everywhere. And they usually take those big old tractors down the side of the highway and chop it. So I went and cut a bunch of them, as you can see here. If you've ever seen my office, these are the same grasses that are already dried that are in the back of my office in that pot. What I have done is taken one of these guys and chopped it up to create little sprigs that I then also want to incorporate into the design of this wreath. So let me show you how I am chopping these guys up. It's really, really simple. This particular plant has a main reed down the center that you can chop. You can section these guys into different groupings and wire them. So for instance, let's say we want to create this right here as one grouping. Far down as I can, get just good old garden shears, chop it. Voila, you have this grouping. Take the same floral wire that if you've watched any of my videos I've been using for 3 years now, and leave it connected to this because it makes it easier and gives you more leverage, and just start wrapping. I like to wrap it quite a few times because I want to use this base as a pick and I don't want them doing that the entire time. So there we go. That looks like it's pretty tight. Wire cutters, voila, you created your own pick. To preserve these so that they don't fall apart, because these obviously are little seedlings, I just take a can of Aquanet hairspray that's unscented, and I just take it and I spray it. And I spray it like this, and I spray it like this. I let it dry and hang. If you can do this in advance, like 2 weeks in advance, and get all of your sprigs dried and then spray them, that's the ideal scenario. I want to make my wreath right now, so I'm gonna be doing it all wham bam thank you ma'am. Cutting them, spraying them, go. As you can see, this is the same plant, just different maturity stages. This one's more open, this one's more closed. The later into fall and closer to winter you get, the more open they become. So I harvested these now with the more closed seed pod, I'll go back in about 2 or 3 weeks and harvest another grouping that's big and fluffy, a little more pampas grass-like for another project. The center also stays together a whole lot easier. These outer edges, they're more loosey-goosey, so make sure you keep them pinched while you're cutting and go straight to your wire to wire them together. Keep doing this over and over and over till you have the desired number of groupings. Another thing I was noticing when I was out there cutting these is if you really strip back this green, these are in pretty good sections. So like, if you want to just do the stripping method, which is actually easy if you're making little bundles, those are kind of big bundles that I was making earlier. Like, look how thick that is. This is semi a thick bundle, but you can just take this grouping, pull downward, lay it together, and you can still do the same thing when you get to the tip. When you're at the very tip here, this will all be naked and you can just cut it and you still have your center. So I'm gonna step outside to my outdoor garden kitchen. I'm gonna finish stripping this down, wiring and spraying my bundles. Then I'm gonna set them out to dry. And while they dry, I went to go out front to the patio and clean it up because it's got all the spiders and cobwebs and all the things from summer. And I like to start with a clean slate before moving into putting my fresh decorations up. Okay, our grasses are dry. I have about 20 of these bundles, so you can see how skinny he is and how thick he is. They do vary, and I hopefully will place them good so that the thicker ones can fill in some spots and the thinner ones can overlay some spots. We're gonna kind of play with this design as we go. I'm like literally live experimenting with you guys. I know I want some in the back like I've placed this guy, and I want some in the front with these as fillers in between, and I'm wanting all of this color tones. The chrysanthemums that I bought are these maroon color tones, and I'm gonna use pops of orange and white to complement. I do have my hot glue gun over here, you guys. I can secure these pretty good by tucking them in, but I am gonna hang this on my front door, and I have lots of children going in and out of the door, so I wanna make sure that these are really, really secure in there when they're slamming the door closed. So we will get everything pretty much placed. Once we thumbs up placement, I will go through and glue everything. And I'm basically just taking the wreath and kind of finding some semi-natural separations and tucking these guys in. Once again, I'm gonna probably move some of these based on if I put too many thick ones together. So if they're a little wonky, that's okay. In a minute, we'll decide if we want to add like I almost said a garnish. I guess it would be a garnish, but an element like pumpkins or something piled in a corner here to kind of give some 3D and some lift. If we decide to do that, then we'll definitely want to know where the top is. If you'll notice, the ones on top, I'm using the next layer to cover that stems greenery. So then I'll use the next layer to cover that stems wrap. Getting kind of wide. I'm having to lean back to design. These look really, really good. So then these guys, we can kind of plug in like this. I love, love, love this pop of purple. I knew as soon as I saw this wreath, it was gonna be the one that I wanted since I was doing so many maroonish purples in my design this year. So pretty together. You could put these in a vase. There are so many, 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 many things you could actually do with these groupings that we made. Since this is not some like rare, unique grass. I probably won't repurpose. Sometimes I pull my picks out of wreaths and repurpose them. I'm just gonna go find more grasses, chop them up. It is so easy to just throw on some music and cut these up. It's not a hard process. It's not a long process. And it has so many different things you can do with these grasses for free. I love the way it's turning out though. I'm gonna go make probably another 7 or 8 groupings for this right here because we are so close to it being so perfect, but I really want it to look thick and full. Once again, we only spent the $19 on the wreath, so we can keep going with making this as big and as lush as we want. Okay, I made another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bunches to put in here. So let's see where another 8 gets us. Looks like I got it this time. We might even have extra, which isn't a real thing because we will find a place to put it. So let's tuck these guys in to add that little pop of purple. What do we want to do for like a feature on this guy? So you have a few options. You can go pick up stems like this guy and add it in. You can add just random groupings of acorns. Like, I mean, really, sky's the limit on what you want to do and could do as far as like having groupings. I really am a simplistic person. I love green on green, more of a natural state. This makes it look a little more country to me, and I don't quite want to go full country. So depending on what your style is and what you want to do, you could add these in. I think I want to leave the wreath just like it is. Like, I am enamored with this look. So now that I know I love the look, I'm going to go back through with my handy dandy glue gun and try to secure this in a manner that my children cannot knock it off the door. So here we go. I just have a really cheap basic glue gun. I have it linked down below if you want to go order one. I mean, you can buy the fancy schmancy, but the little $5 to $10 glue gun has done and treated me well for years and years. I'm gonna put a fairly generous amount because once again, this is going on a door that is very heavily used. So I literally just took the wreath after I glued the whole top layer and flipped it over. These are all the unglued ones we stuck in earlier, and I'm gonna start securing those back here. I didn't want to pull them out because that would have caused a huge, well, it would have been hard on the plant. It would have caused a huge mess. So I'm just gonna glue them from back here. Another thing you can do is take your floral wire and just cut a little piece off, turn it into a curve, and wire the sprig to the actual wreath itself. Then hot glue it. That way you won't have to hold the piece in place. It adds some accountability because once again, I'm hanging mine on a door with kids, and will speed up that whole hot gluing process with you not having to hold it in place while it dries. Wire it, glue it. My other favorite thing to do whenever I'm starting to decorate for fall and get all the fall things out is to place an order with Grove. I always pull out to see what I have left over from last year. I have a dish soap and a hand soap, and so then I place this order. I love Grove. It's not like you can't go get these things at the store. I mean, my own HEB carries Grove, but the Grove online has a lot of perks that I like. I like the community it's a part of, and they have exclusive scents. And so the really great fall scents are all online. So I got some more of their microfiber cleaning cloths. They are truly the best cloths ever. Restocked disinfecting wipes. I just do that every time I place a Grove order so that I'm sure we never run out. And then I got some more of a body wash that I absolutely love that I've always ordered it from Grove. They have the best price. And I added on some mum scented hand soap because you can kind of see this guy's almost empty. So those are the things I ordered. This is what I got for free. I got a free hand sanitizer gel to try it out to see if I like it. And then I got a set of 3 adult reusable cotton face masks in this. Grove is cool because you can pay $19.99 a year to become a VIP. But what it does is it gives you free offers throughout the year, free shipping on your orders, access to the exclusive community group, and a lower purchase minimum to get to certain things. I've never had a problem meeting my purchase minimum, but I do think you have to spend like $20 or $25. It's not much. And I order 4 to 6 times a year. If you haven't tried Grove and you want to check them out, they're all sustainable, all natural, all clean. They're really trying to get away from plastics in their use. They have the best window cleaner, which I use with these microfiber cloths, as well as their all-purpose cleaners are great. They carry Aunt Fanny. I love Aunt Fanny's. Yeah, lots of great products, and they have a killer deal. If you sign up using my link below, first-time customers get a 5-piece free set in your first box, which is really, really cool. So if you've heard about Grove and you haven't tried them, I do love them. They're a lot of fun, and you can learn more about them below. Okay, I went and picked some new type of grasses. We're gonna kind of experiment this together. This is called Johnson grass, and it's a lot like the reed I just showed you. It grows virally. It's considered to be a nuisance. It's anywhere and everywhere. I will tell you it is a nuisance in that it drops its blooms really easy and makes a huge mess everywhere it goes. But what I'm wondering is if I dry it and I hairspray it, will it hold on to some of those and become like a new favorite product to play with? So I went out to the field here in our neighborhood, and this stuff is, as far as you can see, it's growing. It's growing in a couple different colors. It's growing tall, it's growing small. This stuff is everywhere. I brought them back home and made me a bouquet because it's so whimsically and fun. I wanted some for the kitchen. But I took these guys, and these are hairsprayed with the Aquanet. And I'm gonna hang them upside down like this for a couple of weeks. This set is not hairsprayed, and I'm gonna see which one reacts better. Does the one with the brown paper clip that are hairsprayed dry better, or the all natural untouched dry better? And then we'll loop back. If we find that these do dry good, we're gonna make something out of them. Okay, the back is done. So here she is. She's ready. Let's go take her over to the front door and get her hung up. So I have the 2 chrysanthemums here in the original pots, and I wanted to put them in something cuter when I found, or actually my husband found, the tin I got for free in my Grove collaborative, I guess 2 years ago. I got this tin with 4 products inside, and I've used this for a myriad of things, but today we're gonna turn it into a planter because I think it's exactly what I need for up here. It matches this pumpkin so cute. So anytime you're planting anything that's not a planter, you have to add holes. The water has to drain or your plants will get root rot. So I just usually grab my drill and I'll probably put 5 or 6 holes in this guy. Let's see how easy it is to do it. Okay, really easy. So I just put those holes in there like that. Now I'm gonna take some potting mix, not regular soil, buy potting mix. It has a purpose, trust me. If you want to throw a couple of rocks at the bottom, you absolutely can. That's gonna be so cute with 2 inside. All right, let's add number 2. Squeeze the sides, pull apart the root so it doesn't become root bound. Set her in. Voila. All right, I'm thinking this guy here, pumpkin spilling over this way. What do we think? Yes, that turned out so cute, so cheap, so easy. I love, love, love. Okay, hey, thanks, Grove. That's cute. Okay, guys, that was a lot of fun. I like the unique twist we got to put on some things. I'm glad the wreath turned out. That could have been crazy. I'm super, super stoked with the color palette. It's a little bit off tradition for me, and I think it's a lot of fun. If you have any questions that I missed on the how-to for the wreath, please put them below. I want to help. I'm going to try to remember to put links for everything that you saw here so that you could go grab it. But in case I miss one, comment below and let me know what I missed, and I will get that linked up for you. I have a backyard chicken coop fall piece I'm pulling together right now. I'll have that releasing next. And of course, all of my normal unboxings. I hope that you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.